Hello everyone, I hope that you are doing fantastically well. Once again, for today's video, I'll be doing something a bit different. One of my followers asked me a couple weeks ago if I would consider making a video of my favorite stretches as a pianist. I've mentioned before that I practice yoga on a daily basis, and I firmly believe in its health benefits, not only mentally, but of course, physically as well. And so I have been very busy over the past 5 days, and quite frankly, I wasn't in the mood to put on makeup and get in front of a camera. So I thought, this is the perfect opportunity. I need a moment to ground myself, and maybe I can help you guys too. So I'll be starting today's video with sun salutations, which I am doing right here. Now, there are several excellent videos of sun salutations on YouTube. One of my favorite yogis is Boho Beautiful, and I would highly, highly recommend her videos. So if I am short on time, this is what I do. I will knock out this simple set of exercises 3 or 4 times. It gets the blood pumping and works the whole body in a gentle way. Here I am, starting again, reaching up. And once again, I'll dive myself back down, which elongates the spine, stretches the hamstrings, which quite frankly can get very tight as I am at the piano most of the day or in front of the computer, as the case may be. Stepping back into a plank, working on that core, chaturanga, dandasana. That works the triceps. Upward facing dog, lovely stretch for the spine, opens the chest, and finally a downward facing dog. And this is a simple routine that if you practice yourself, I know that you'll memorize it quickly. Here I have decided to stay a few extra moments in my forward fold. My legs are feeling quite tight, so I'm taking my time here. And that's the whole point of yoga. It's to do what feels good to your body. Okay, I sat down on the mat without a particular agenda, but I did want to show you a few of my personal favorite stretches, starting from the neck to the upper back and shoulders, to the triceps, and finally to the hips, because these are all parts of my body that contain tension. So after my sun salutations, I might take a few simple, deep breaths in, set my intention for today's practice, and I'll do a few simple head rolls. Yes, basic, I know, but they help me. And I'm going to take my time here, and this will allow me to go deeper into my next stretch, which will further help with my upper back tension. To do this next exercise, simply take one arm to your side and gently pull your head with your opposite hand in the opposite direction of the outstretched arm. And this is so great because you will feel a stretch not only in the side of your neck, but also down the length of your arm. And as a pianist, this is such a great exercise. It only takes 30 seconds, but believe me, you will feel a difference. Next, I am getting into child's pose, which is another signature pose that you will find all of the time in yoga practices. I've opened up my knees slightly to allow myself to bend down to the mat as far as possible, and this allows me to feel an even greater stretch in my upper back, particularly in between my shoulder blades. I encourage you to hold this pose, or really any of the poses I feature here, for 3 breaths minimum. There is a practice called yin yoga, which I practice quite regularly, where you can hold poses for up to 2 minutes. Here I am doing what are called some cat-cows. I've curled my toes under just to stretch the bottoms of my feet, but this isn't at all necessary. And this further warms up the back and the spine. So you inhale and look up, and exhale and look down. Now we're ready to move on to a few exercises which will help you open up your chest further. Once again, I have my toes tucked under, but you don't have to do this. You can be kneeling. This is called a reverse prayer position, and this is fairly advanced. So if you are unable to do this, I would recommend holding onto your opposite forearms behind your back, and over time, you will get that flexibility. The next pose I'm going to show you is called cow arms. No, excuse me, it's called cow face, and this is awesome for your triceps. And you pianists know we work our triceps like crazy. So here we go. I'm latching on, grabbing on tight, making sure that I have good posture. Now, if you cannot reach your hand, that's perfectly fine. This is when a strap comes in handy. And if you don't have a strap, no matter, a scarf, a belt will do. Once again, I'd recommend when you do this on your own to hold this pose anywhere between 3 and 7 breaths. Perfect. Now I'm in a neutral all fours position, and I'm doing a pose that's called thread the needle. So simply reach up one arm towards the sky and then pass it underneath your body and extend it, while at the same time extending your opposite arm in front of you. I didn't explain that very well, but it's not complicated. Just take a look at the video. This is another excellent chest opener. And once again, make sure to repeat it on the other side. Take your time coming out of these poses. Be gentle with yourself and gentle with your body. Now, finally, moving on to the hips. This first pose I'm going to show you is called the firelock pose. Why? Not really sure. Pretend like you're getting ready to cross your legs and keep your shin parallel to the mat. And do your best to place the other leg directly on top of it. And if you can, press the knee down. And if you can do that, then try to bend forward. I know that this looks easy in the video, but oh my goodness, I am feeling some tension today, and I need to take my time to get into this. And you know what, guys? That's perfectly okay. You're doing this for yourself and not for anybody else. When getting out of this pose, I like to do something called windshield wipers, which you see right here. This further releases tension in my hip and prepares me to go deeply into the other side. Once your body releases, of course, go ahead, let yourself go, and stretch forward. The second to last hip opener that I'm going to share with you today is the classic butterfly. This is probably bringing you back to elementary school gym classes. Sorry guys, but look, it's a good one. So similar to the firelock pose, just see how far you can bend down. And Even as somebody who practices yoga daily, there are some days when I can comfortably get my forehead onto the mat, and other days that I simply cannot. So take it easy, guys. Your body isn't the same every day. Now, onto the final pose, which has yet another funny name, the happy baby. There we go. So for this pose, as you can see, I'm lying down on my back. I stretch my legs up to the sky, and then I grab the sides of my feet and pull the knees down to the mat. And if you can't reach your feet, that's perfectly fine. Pull your ankles, and this is another fantastic release for those hips. So there you go. These are my all-time favorite stretches. You don't need a yoga mat to do these. You can do them on your bed. I hope that these help you and that they give you some physical, emotional, mental, even spiritual relief. Dusty says hello. I hope that you have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you Friday with a Chopin Nocturne. Take care, guys. Bye.